Good afternoon, my crypto trading brothers and sisters. I hope you all are doing as well as can be after this bloody weekend in the crypto space. It's been pretty severe, has it not? So, I want to talk today about our strategy going forward. How do we move forward with what has occurred in recent price action, specifically in the crypto space with Bitcoin. All right. So for weeks, I've been talking about this line, my line in the sand. Above this, I am bullish. Below this, I am bearish. Not only am I uh, bearish now, but this candle here, we went down to basically 42.5 once we dropped down below that line of resistance, only confirms that this is in fact a bearish uh, move, and that the trend will shift uh, to the bears going forward. Now, I'm zooming out because we have seen in the past where we've dropped below that line of support and then come back up and made a big move. The reason it's possible that that could happen again. I guess the reason why I'm not leaning that way is because of what is happening in specifically the broader markets, but more specifically the US stock market, which I watch closely because it seems as though that price action spills over into our markets, crypto space. All right. So we saw a rolling over occur on all the indices. So that's what I have drawn out here. I'm going to get rid of this so I can redraw that. Um, but what I mean by a rolling over is this action here where we went down and pointed our price action towards a support level. We have existed inside of this channel since March of last year. So for a year and 8 months, we have literally lived inside of this channel. And once we saw that rolling over occur and a testing of that support, the bulls are just no longer able to have the strength to hold that support. And I believe that pattern is going to follow in the NASDAQ and also in the S&P. All right. So here I have drawn out the rolling over, and there is a bear flag here. We're currently moving up. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. And then we're going to come back down and test our support level. All right. Those are my dogs, if you can hear them barking in the background. So yesterday, I put another video and said that there may be a news item that is influencing or will continue to influence the price action today, possibly tomorrow as well, as that news gets ingested. But I saw a drop on the VIX as soon as President Biden averted the government shutdown. All right, so he did that around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The news came out, and we saw the VIX drop, and along with that, we saw a pop in the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P 2 hours before it closed. All right, so that was important to see that type of price action. It meant that that news potentially did have some sort of significant impact on the price action. And as we ingested that news over the weekend, we can see that in fact it is still propelling our our indexes up, at least the Dow and the S&P. And that's exactly as I predicted it to occur. I said that we might have enough of a pop to come up here and hit our heads on that 50-day, potentially the underside of this channel. Maybe that happens tomorrow or the next day. Once the bulls have run out of strength, we will turn again, at least if the trend continues, and make our way further and further down. So again, this all right here is a bear flag to me, and this will occur over a period of weeks, maybe months, but definitely trending bearish on our indexes. I imagine that this pattern will reoccur with the NASDAQ as we approach that support line. We might see a little bit of a bounce before we break through that again and continue down. S&P, same thing. All right, same thing everywhere you look. We see this rolling over, bear flag, and then this is what I anticipate the markets will do. So that sentiment will carry over to our crypto space and may in fact have already carried over, and maybe that's what we saw on Friday night. But again, this was a key level of support which was broken. I knew once we broke that, we would go down, and we would go down big. I did not anticipate the move would be that big, but it was. Now, I put out an alert on Friday afternoon stating that we were sitting right on that line, and it was a caution flag. Some of my paid subscribers chose to sell there, and that was a very smart move, turns out, if you bought back down here, all right, which some of them did. I had messages saying, hey, thank you for that caution. I sold, and I bought low, all right. So they may not have hit the bottom exactly, but they bought somewhere down here. And then some of you chose to hold on. It was a coin flip at that point. I don't blame you if you hold on, because you don't want to miss the price movement up should we continue upwards, which is what it was looking like as long as we were on the other side, on the upside of that resistance line. All right. But if you did hold on, hopefully you didn't sell down here. Hopefully that's not something you did, and you remain in your positions. And this gets me to the point of the video here. I want to talk about our strategy going forward. How do we proceed now that we have observed what looks to be the overall trend of the crypto space, which is bearish? It looks like we are starting to become bearish in the crypto space. So what are we going to do with those positions that we hold? So my strategy is we wait a few more days here to see what the market decides to do. RSI is looking very bearish here. And likewise, if we go over to our greed fear index, don't have that up here. Let's open it up over here, crypto space. Yeah, this is unbelievable. We're at 16 right now in the fear and greed index. So I anticipate this is when this is good buying opportunity. So I anticipate actually we float up a little over the next several days. If we can defeat this resistance area up ahead of us, we'll get into this territory. And quite honestly, that's where I'm looking to offload a lot of my positions, should we be able to get there. So as an example, and I'm going to skip over Bitcoin dominance. Let me touch on that real quick, and then we'll go to the example. All right, Bitcoin dominance did touch our support at 40%. All right, so we are currently bouncing, but again, what does this look like to you guys? Bear flag, right? So we could come further down. Who knows? Remains to be seen. But over the next couple of days, at least, we may trend up. And that's what I'm hoping for. And so now to an example here. Let's say you're in graph, all right? So here I spotted a head and shoulders pattern. We had 9 successive days of red candles. This is extremely bearish and unbelievable. But our target down due to the head and shoulders I've drawn out, you guys know how I draw these, is around $50. So right here we have a bull candle. Even though that's a red bodied hammer, it still is pointing up. I expect over the next couple of days we might float around this area, hit our heads on that resistance before proceeding further down to our target. This area right here is where I would like to sell or offload if I was in this position. All right. Pretty much the majority of altcoins are all looking the same way, guys. You see these head and shoulders patterns spotted all over, these bear flags. So what you're looking to do is float up and then sell that float. All right. And then proceed further down towards your down target, and you may want to buy down there again. And then you play these levels. Even on a downtrend, you can play these levels and make money. And that's what I teach my subscribers. All right. Looking at OXT, it's pretty much the same thing. Right away, I can spot a head and shoulders pattern, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and looks like our target down appears to be down here at our big support level around 26 cents. So we are bouncing off of this level of support and our 200-day right here. And the next couple of days could provide us a nice opportunity to sell. All right. So we would sell here if we were in this position, and we would look to re-enter once we hit or got near our target down of 26 cents. Now, that seems like a long ways down. I have doubted my own charts in the past, and I've learned not to do that. Technical analysis will show you the way, and if you trust your patterns and your experience, it will play out. So this is looking very bearish, but again, you can still make money if you map these levels out. That's what I teach my subscribers to do, and I will have some more detailed videos on how to do that to my paying subscribers in the future here. All right. So again, you're looking at this point forward. We are bearish, and you're looking to sell at the best opportunity possible until we make our target downs. All right. And then that would be a place where you could potentially re-enter for a short period of time and play the upward movement, dead cat bounce, whatever it is at that point, to our next level of resistance. You sell again, wait for us to go down to another target. And that's the importance of drawing out these patterns, learning how to recognize them, learning how to map them, learning how to measure them, and learning what potentially the time it will take for us to reach those target downs. All right. Hopefully this helps you guys. And if you have any questions, as always, post those in the comments section. I will in the future. I know a lot of you are asking about Jasmine and Baz and our BAT and OXT and some of these other videos I've put out, and you're asking me for updates. I will try to provide those as I have time. Of course, again, I do this as a hobby, so I only have time for so much, and just bear with me. I want to cover the broader scope of the market and how you move forward with this price action first, and then we'll get into more specifics regarding the different cryptos that you guys are interested in. All right, take care, guys. Hopefully this helps, and stay safe.